Hello and greetings. In this tutorial, you're going to get familiar with the concept of sync source. So what exactly is the concept of sync source? The digital inputs of all traditional equipment like drives, PLCs, servos are all made up of a bidirectional optocoupler, and it does not matter from which side the current enters. The only important thing is that a 24-volt voltage is applied across the optocoupler for it to turn on. When the optocoupler is activated, the internal transistor of the PLC operates and sends a command to the PLC's internal microprocessor to activate that digital input. Now, all these digital inputs are activated with 24 volts DC, and all these digital inputs share a common point, which in LS PLCs of the H series is marked with the COM terminal. For the optocoupler to turn on, or to put it simply, for one of the PLC's digital inputs to be activated, you need to connect one pole of your power supply to the COM and the other pole to one of the digital inputs. It does not matter whether you connect the positive pole to COM or the negative pole to COM. Why is that? Because our optocoupler is bidirectional. If we connect the negative pole of the power supply to the PLC's COM terminal and connect the positive pole of the power supply to one of the PLC's digital inputs, this is called the sync type. Conversely, if we connect the positive pole of the power supply to the COM terminal and the negative pole to one of the PLC's digital inputs, this is called the source type. Let's go to the equipment and practically review how to wire both sync and source types together. Here, we've written a simple program so that when our first digital input I0 is activated, the output Q0 is triggered and this signal lamp turns on. Before we look at the sync mode, let me mention that the H-series PLC has its own 24-volt power supply, and in this video, since we don't want to draw a lot of current from this 24-volt, we can use it to activate the digital inputs. As you can see in the image, the 24G terminal is for the negative pole of the power supply, and the 24-volt terminal is for the positive pole of the PLC's internal power supply. Now, if we connect the negative pole of the power supply, meaning the 24G terminal, to the COM or common, and give the positive pole to this normally open push button, and from the other side of the push button connect it to the I0 terminal, this setup is called sync. Now, by pressing this push button, the positive pole is connected to the digital input, and the negative pole is already directly connected, so the optocoupler turns on, the digital input is activated, and you can see that our signal lamp lights up. Now, if we connect the positive pole of the power supply, that is 24 volt, to the COM terminal, and the negative pole, that is 24G, to the push button, in this case, our connection type is source, and you can see that in this mode as well. By pressing the push button, our signal lamp lights up.